welcome back to the Caffeinated Classroom. If you haven't been here before, welcome and Happy New Year. My name is Marie. Well, Happy New Year if you have been here before. I should probably start this over. Hi guys, welcome back to the Caffeinated Classroom and Happy New Year. If you have not been here before, my name is Marie and I am a high school English teacher in Southern California. And today I am doing, it is New Year's Eve. I don't know if you guys can hear, I'm pretty sure you probably can. We are having an actual rainstorm in San Diego, and so I'm out on my patio. We have a covered patio right outside of our house, and I'm just enjoying the rain and a fresh cup of coffee. This is like number 3 or 4 today. I don't know, I've lost track because it's winter break, and who cares how much coffee I drink? It's break. Anyways, so today I'm doing a little New Year's like fresh start teacher tag video that was started by Jennifer over at Genuine Teaching, and I'll have all of the other videos in this tag linked down below. Basically, Jennifer was thinking, like, since we as teachers, yes, we get to experience a new calendar year, but like we're smack dab in the middle of our school year, so it never quite feels like a fresh start. Like, you kind of already have things that are established, and you already have your routines, you have everything already going within your classroom and within your classes. So like, not everybody gets a brand new fresh start when it comes to being a teacher and it being New Year's. We get our big fresh start in like August, you know? So she came up with a few questions for us to just kind of like get into the right mindset, and we have a whole nother week of break right now, which is pretty phenomenal. I do like, it's hard when Christmas is really, really early because we celebrate Christmas in our house, and so like going straight from school to like being Christmas Eve 2 days later was difficult. But now that we're on the other side of it, oh my gosh, it's so nice that it is only Monday and it's already New Year's Eve, and I don't go back to work until the 7th. So let's just like, I'm gonna be excited about that for a few minutes and continue drinking my 18th cup of coffee today. The number's gonna keep rising as far as this video goes. So let's get started. Okay, so our very first question is, what are some challenges you've had this school year? Let me tell you. So I have, in case you're new to my channel, I was out of the classroom for the last 2 years doing like a traveling teaching position. So I was in elementary classrooms from grades TK through 5, teaching various different subjects on like an itinerant teacher sort of a schedule. And before that, I was a drama teacher. So I have not been in a high school English classroom teaching this full time in 7 years. This is how I started my career though, and this is how I've always wanted to be, as a literature teacher and writing teacher. So amazing, dream job, I'm back in it, but it is a steep learning curve. So one of the biggest challenges I've had is being like a 12th year, first year teacher, because I've been teaching for a while, but I am back in the classroom again going, okay, I know the way that things should be. I know the way that I want things to be happening, but I'm not quite there. Like, I'm a little bit rusty. And so just some of my classroom functioning and like some of my planning and the way I'm teaching things and my stamina for teaching during the day is just not what it used to be. I mean, it's totally getting there, but that has been a challenge for me, is knowing what it can and should be like in my classroom and my own teaching, and that I'm not quite there. It's very frustrating for me. So that's something that I've been struggling with. Okay, number 2. What are some successes you've had this school year? I have to say that most of my successes, my successes are twofold. Number 1, I'm so happy and so fulfilled with the relationships that I have built in my classroom with my students. I feel like this is a part of my soul that was kind of gone for a little while when I wasn't like really connecting with students as an itinerant, like traveling teacher. And I feel more myself when I am in the classroom and I am working with students on a day-to-day basis, and I'm actually building those relationships and making an impact on their learning and on their lives. And then also another professional success this year has been this online community on YouTube, on Instagram especially. Like, those of you that I am connecting with and that are like tuning in to watch my channel and commenting, and we get to like have our own little conversations. You guys have made me such a better teacher and just like a more confident person. So like, thank you for that. But that's been a huge success, I think. It's just being able to like find people that you are like-minded with and who you connect with and who like just get you and like find so much understanding and inspiration and support. And it's not a much BS. It really is this great. Like, if you open yourself up to like the amazing people that are out there in the world. Okay, number 3. Wow, I'm getting a little preachy. Number 3, what has been one of your favorite lessons or activities that you've done this school year? Okay, so I was kind of late to the game for a lot of people because, like I said, I haven't been in the English classroom in 7 years, but learning stations. And mind you, elementary teachers, you guys are like, yeah, we know, we do stations, rotations, centers, like we know about this jam. We've been doing it for a minute. But like secondary teachers, we have not. At least I haven't, and I'm teaching on 90-minute blocks now, whereas before I was in 50-minute periods. These, like, the idea of learning stations where students get to, yes, they are timed, but they get to guide their own instruction and like pace themselves through a station. And if they don't finish in time, they have the information to take home with them, and they get like all these different chunks of activities in one huge class period. And it's not me, Sage, on the stage leading everything. I get to like coach and be involved and have like those great conversations we like to have with students while everybody is still actively learning. It's revolutionized the way that I do things. I barely go 2 weeks without doing some sort of station rotations somewhere just to like break it up. So that's definitely been like my favorite. I will say my favorite of all of the stations that I've done, probably my Lord of the Flies stations. When I opened up my Lord of the Flies unit, I did some cool stations that were like thematic, having to do with what we were gonna be talking about with Lord of the Flies, a little bit of history, a little bit of like author biography. That was pretty neat. And that's one that if you've been asking me for on Instagram, and I promise I'll get it up on my blog as soon as I can, it's just like, you know, where's the time? Okay, I only have 2 more questions. Number 4. What are your must-have items for the classroom? Well, the list is never ending, but let's break it down to 3. Okay, number 1 is some sort of disinfectant. Lysol wipes, disinfectant, and something for your hands to keep your own area clean, and then also to keep the kids' areas clean. Absolutely number 1 must-have. My number 2 must-have is my coffee maker. Okay, I won't say just my Keurig, but like, I also have like a big coffee urn that I don't even make coffee in. I just heat up hot water. I heat up water so that it becomes hot, as water is wont to do when you heat it. Because then my students can make like cocoa and cider, and on days that we are reading or doing like poetry and just those like cozy, warm kinds of days that we've been having lately, I like that kind of stuff. So sum it all up, hot beverages is my number 2. Number 1, something to disinfect with, and number 2 is hot beverages, my second must-have. Let's say my number 3 must-have for the classroom. You know what I had completely underrated until this year is like one of those little clickers that you use for, I don't have a smart board, I don't have a Promethean board, so like one of those little USB clickers that you use to advance through like slideshows. Amazing. I need to get a more high-tech one, but I think that has been the like most valuable teaching tool, because I've gone like 90% paperless in my classroom, and everything is on Google Classroom, and I use slides, and I make everything available to students so that they are in charge of their own learning as much as is humanly possible. And so I teach, like, my aids, my visual aids are normally somewhat digital, so I use that clicker so that I can move around and be a part of my class. And I've had one for years, and I just totally underused it. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could go 2 days without using that thing, and I lose it all over my classroom. I have to put like glitter tape or something on it. But okay, yeah, I'm kind of surprised with myself, but yeah, those are definitely my top 3. Okay, my last question. Number 5, what are your goals for the remainder of the school year? Well, as a secondary teacher, because I teach high school English, I get a whole new batch of kids about a week and a half, 2 weeks after we get back from winter break. So I have like this week after next, the first week back is like a normal week, and then the following week we have a couple days, and then finals. The next week I have brand new kiddos for the whole second term of the year for quarters 3 and 4. So I have quite a few goals. It's really cool because I get to like fix some of the things that I've been doing this year. I get to do them all over again, and I get to do them better. And it's funny that you asked this question, Jennifer, because I was just a minute ago in my handy dandy notebook, just call me Dora the Explorer. No, wait, that was Blue's Clues. Is that Blue's Clues? I think it's Blue's Clues. Anyways, in my notebook, I've been writing down like my different goals for different parts of my life, and I was writing down my teaching goals, and I know one of them is definitely to have like a meaningful weekly writing practice, whether that's long or short or whatever it is. I'm like building that into my day, weekly, if not daily, writing practice with my students that I get to actually give feedback on. So I'm figuring out how to make that one happen. Independent reading is a definite goal, not just for my students, but for me. Like, I'm an avid reader and I have barely read since I became a teacher, and especially since I became a mom. And so now that my kids are a little bit older, like I have, my youngest is 2, so I'm like coming out of the haze. I want to read more, and I want to be able to give my students book recommendations and let them like share with each other book recommendations. That's another thing that I want to really like infuse into my classroom. I don't know, I have a bunch of teaching goals, but I will say writing and reading. Oh, and like bringing in discussion, like those listening and speaking skills, and really teaching students how to ask questions, how to disagree respectfully, how to agree without just pandering to each other. Those like higher level discourse skills that I think are lacking in our students by the time that they graduate high school are something that I want to focus on. So there you have it. Please join us in this little New Year's teacher tag, and I will post the questions down below along with, like I said, the list of other teacher tubers who are participating in this. Let us know, let me know in the comments, and I'll add your video to my list if you decide to participate. Otherwise, go ahead and check out all those other videos, because I think you're gonna see some pretty cool ideas from some pretty cool people that I call my friends on this internet space. Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night, and everybody be safe. I'm gonna have a bunch of videos coming at you over the next couple of days, because I finally have my head on straight, and all of my Vlogmas videos are gonna be coming up, and you'll be noticing me in this sweater quite a bit because I've been living in it over break, and I have a couple vlogs coming your way. But until we meet again, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.